Carissime e carissimi tutti.
Dearest all, we are at the conclusion of this day's celebration for Chiara's centenary on this anniversary of her birth on earth, of the great gift that God has given us through her. First of all, I wanted to greet and thank you. Thank you also for the beautiful program that you have prepared. Thank you for sending me a copy of the program through which I saw how much the charism has accomplished among your people and in your countries among different environments, and how much these countries have shown its capability of welcoming it and making it bear fruit right away. When Chiara made one of her trips to Asia, she confided to us that one of the things that had impressed her, please allow me to use her words, she said, "One of the joys I felt in this quick visit in Asia is to see how they do things seriously." I believe that this joy would be increased also today in Chiara, who, seeing you from heaven, would be happy to see all your accomplishments. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank and greet in a special way all the civil and religious authorities, personalities, and our friends of various faith and conviction who have enriched this day with their presence, with their greetings, with their witness, but also with their precious and competent contributions. It would have certainly been a day of graces, a day of light lived together, which will remain in your hearts as an encouragement for the future. Now we are living a difficult moment all over the world. Difficult for this pandemic that has brought so many consequences in healthcare, in the health of so many people, but also difficult in the sense that this pandemic has underlined other critical issues. It has emphasized the existing inequalities in the economy, between social classes, races, between different opinions, inequalities of all kinds. And in the face of these inequalities, there's so much uncertainty about how to deal with them and how to move forward. This day that you have lived will surely help you face all this pandemic reality. Why? Because the spirituality of communion, which we live together, gives a new strength, a new courage precisely to seek solutions together in the face of these uncertainties. It will help us overcome all the new egoism that arises from these uncertainties, indifference, racism, totalitarianism, the desire to defend oneself against others, the desire to prevail over others. All these things are things that we must fight and that the charism can fight. The charism was sent by God through Chiara for all humanity, and we are called to give witness to it. Then, you also have another characteristic in your countries, which is interreligious dialogue. This too is an extraordinary richness because your interreligious dialogue, which is so varied, concrete, real, so alive, shows the world that it is possible to understand each other, that it is possible to meet, that it is possible to build unity notwithstanding all these differences. And it shows how beautiful this unity in diversity is, how enriching is the diversity of gifts that there is in all the different opinions, in all the various religions. So you can give a great example of this to the world. The world is waiting for this example. You have this possibility. You are privileged, and we are waiting for this gift from you. Today we are called more than ever at this moment to give witness both personally and collectively in taking care of each other, this concern for the other beyond any differences, to take care of the other, take care of the brother, just as the pathways that we have launched for this year throughout the movement also says, to take care of every neighbor, every community, of our families, of the neighboring families, of the people we meet at work and on the streets, caring by giving to that person we meet all the dignity that belongs to him as a child of God, and at the same time seeing what he needs, doing everything to meet his needs. And this is not only for the needs of people, but also for the needs of creation, for this common home that we are tearing down, that we are destroying with our hands, and which is the home of all humanity, that we must guard, that God has given us the task of guarding and protecting in order to pass it on to our neighbors. Of course, In front of all this huge amount of work, we come to ask ourselves, but how do we do it? Certainly, we are still at the start of the movement. We know it, and even Pope Francis told us clearly when he came to visit us in Lopiano in May 2018. We are at the beginning, but this does not scare us. On the contrary, it makes us think, who knows how many fruits and how many possibilities we still have. How many more possibilities of the charism can give us to make the most of it for the benefit of society, for the benefit of humanity that is waiting for it to build together, to contribute together with all the others to this united world that is our dream. We want to realize it in our small way by doing our part together with all the others. This is the purpose of these moments together, to make a workshop of this united world and then bring it to others. Now, I would like to address a special greeting to the young people, a greeting and a thank you, because you young people, with your enthusiasm, with your sprint, with the fascination that the ideal has on you and that you give witness, with the joy with which you have launched yourselves to live the adventure of this day and all that is done in the work of Mary, you are truly a great part, a precious part for all of Chiara's family in the world, and not only for Chiara's family, but for all humanity that awaits this witness, to which you can give your strength and your incentive, your impetus. So I thank you, especially you young people, but all of you together, because I would not even want to make categories. Young people, not so young, all generations, all people of all faiths are called to gather together to give witness that Chiara still has much to say to the world, and she can say it through her own people, through those who continue to live her charism. This is what we want to do, and I believe that this is the best way to thank Chiara for the gift she has been for us and to give her back the joy that she continues to give us by making us live this extraordinary charism of God for humanity. I thank you for all very much. The new word of life that we want to live this month of September that has just started, give, and it will be given to you. I greet you really with this wish. May this give, and it will be given to you, be today's experience, and may it be a growing experience in all the days to come. It is what I wish for you, and once again, I thank you for everything. Goodbye.
Arrivederci.